Technology is constantly changing and upgrading. It supports daily tasks we do and keeps us connected to the rest of the world. Now it isn't just being used for communication or entertainment, but to help people. Let me introduce one way technology can make a huge change. Some elderly people require 24/7 care to complete basic daily tasks like eating and showering, while others only require semi-permanent care for more complex things like transportation or public outings. A lot of carers aren't equipped for a lot of more complex medical issues or diseases that can come on suddenly and aggressively. This means that they can't always provide 100% accurate care and medical help, which could be detrimental to an elderly person's health. As well as lack of skills, carers for the elderly only get paid very minimal amounts of money, averaging at $21.44 per hour in Australia, which is approximately $38,051 to $56,232 a year, depending on experience level, according to pay scale data. The average salary for carers is not efficient enough for the amount of time and effort that they put in, causing a lot of workers to leave their jobs and elderly clients. This means that elderly people need for the government and social workers to find new means for their 24/7 care. To solve the lack of elderly carers, an AI robot carer should be made that has all of the necessary components to care for the elderly and more. This robot would be called OPR, standing for Older Person's Robot, and would provide 24/7 care. It would be programmed with medical knowledge about common and uncommon medical conditions such as a heart attack, strokes, diabetes, dementia, arthritis, etc. That will potentially and hopefully save their lives and help them carry out daily tasks, like giving them medicines or feeding them the correct foods. It will also be programmed to call emergency services when the elderly has had a medical emergency or shows symptoms of an upcoming medical emergency. Other than being equipped to solve medical issues, it would also be able to perform simple tasks such as feeding them. The OPR would be waterproof so that they could help the elderly people shower, wash dishes, and do other tasks that involve water. This means that they wouldn't have to do chores like washing dishes and doing the laundry. It would also mean they can have help bathing, because some of the elderly people would need help to wash their hair and other tasks, so that it isn't so hard for them to do them tasks like that. Another example of an included component on the robot would be the ability to cook, clean, and perform other chores to keep the area or house clean and in order. These tasks would have programmed to know how to complete them and what could go wrong. For example, the OPR would have a wide range of different recipes that are tailored to the person's needs, like if they are lactose, then the recipes won't include dairy, or they will include replacements for dairy. They will also have a knowledge of what could go wrong, like if cooking it on the stove could leak gas and how to detect that, or if it could cause a fire, how to put out that fire, and to automatically call emergency services. The OPR is going to have multiple ways to ensure it performs reliable and safely. One way is an override system. The OPR will be fit with a built-in camera that continuously watches what the robot is doing and how well it is performing tasks. If they aren't being completed properly, then it can be reprogrammed to perform the task to a higher standard. It can also see if the robot has been hacked or malfunctioned and quickly override it so that a human has complete control over what it does while it gets reprogrammed. Another way that it will ensure a reliable and safe performance is the constant human watching over it. There would be a control center, where there are dozens of screens filled with the live footage of what the OPR is doing. This would be in place until there is enough reprogramming and testing done until there is a 100% success rate in the OPR's performance. This would be able to detect if it wasn't performing properly and if it wasn't performing. Our new AI concept strives to ensure that humans can control the technology properly by having an override system that in the press of a button will automatically take control of the robot no matter if it's been hacked or malfunctioned, to either shut it down completely or take control of it. This will then be controlled by a human that is very experienced and knowledgeable in AI robots, specifically the OPR, that works in the control center for the OPR. They could then reboot the system so that it goes back to base level programming and doesn't remember any of the trained or specific commands for the elderly person that they are with, meaning that they will have to be reprogrammed with those commands. If the OPR is actually broken, then the person using it will be sent a new one. The override system is a foolproof way to make sure that the robot is safe and can always be controlled. This new piece of AI technology will change lives. The OPR is the newest and most positive piece of technology that should be given the chance to be made.